Now we're talking. Let me adjust here while you guys pop in there. What is this? What is this? 2 streams in one night? Hey guys, welcome to another live stream. We like live streams here. Pop on in there. 2 streams in one night. I don't even know you, Gavin. I don't even know you. Actually, this stream may never even see the light of day after this, okay? May never even see. Hey, Moda, Hops, Gene, Mike, Kitch, Blue Host, Chris, Abstract, Alfred, Rob, Pamela, Joe, Brad, James, Michael, all you guys, howdy. I just did a live stream, right? But that live stream was on a specific topic. We didn't interact a lot, and I wanted to get some things out there. If you didn't see the live stream I did like an hour ago, go watch it. More importantly, I'm gonna ask a favor of you guys, and it's getting late out here. I know this one's kind of for you night owls. I may even like hide it or delete it after it's done, all right? Because I just thought I'd do one just to do some incidentals, talk about some updates and some ways that you guys can help spread the message. By the way, I do have a Patreon. If you guys want to support me on Patreon, those of you that really want to help keep the channel going, some of you do it in the super chat, some of you support our video productions over on the site, callmegav.com. If you want to like contribute a little bit, just like $1 or something like that, you know, each time we do a video or once a month or whatever, head over to Patreon/GavinSign, and I'll link it when we're done here, okay? This photo right here, that is my wife, Sandra, when she was 17 years old. I took that photo. Yeah. Now you know why I have 5 kids. Hey, just saying. All right? So, here's the thing. I agree. Thank you, guys. We have these messages going out. I want you guys, if you haven't seen my video that I posted about my first week in Mexico, please go watch that when this is over. It's one of those videos that, because it's not super edgy on the surface, I guess, I don't know, like sometimes the videos, it's a little, I'll be honest, since this is my core group, this is for those of you that follow this channel, all right? Sometimes the videos I put the most work in get the least reaction. Sometimes the best videos I do, it's almost like people kind of like the just on the fly, you know, like on the streets kind of stuff. And I get it, those kind of things are fun, but sometimes the videos I do the best on are the ones that get the least attention. One of those was this week. They get views, of course. We have a lot of you guys on this channel, and you core group watch them. But the video about me escaping the USA the first week, right? I just did a new one. There's a ton of scenes. I mean, a ton of scenes from Mexico, a ton of stories. It is the inside story. And a lot of that stuff was recorded the day I left the USA. Like, some of the footage in that was recorded literally like 20 minutes after I crossed the border. So it's raw, it's what I was feeling, and it's the reality of not only our nation, but what we were experiencing that first week. And for those of you that may have to someday leave the USA, or maybe already want to, and I don't blame you because it's going down, go check it out, share it, spread it. It's also on my Facebook page, and thank you all. And to be honest, I don't know why sometimes the videos, I do live streams, I do these quickie videos, right? But then I try and do these full-on vlog videos with everything, right? The details, and I pull together all the footage and everything. And it's interesting, I'm still trying to figure out, because I'm a marketer, guys. I mean, I'm a marketer, we have a business. I spend $100,000 a year on Facebook ads in the business side, right? I'm analyzing data all the time. And it's just interesting to see like what videos people respond to and what they don't. And so when the message is important, I do rely on you guys to get it out. All right. Thanks, guys. What else? Check out that video if you haven't seen it. I also experimented, if you watched the live stream earlier, and some of you I think noticed this, I tried to schedule the live stream. I saw James Freeman doing this over on his channel. Shout out to James, because he shouted out to me earlier, and James does some great work. Follow James Freeman. He's doing pretty hardcore activism. At the rate James is going, he's probably going to be down here with me before long if he wants to stay out of a concentration camp. Watch your back, bud. And actually, you know, not just James, there's kind of a crew of people that go out with James. So shout out to all of those guys. James, hey, he's in here. Say hi to James, guys. Follow James. Good stuff. Shout out to James's crew. You know, so it's interesting to watch all this stuff and the aspects, because one of the things I do is I try to communicate with you guys how to get the message. You can tell someone who's in it for self when they're trying to suppress other people's message growing. And one of the things that I've noticed in those of us who are trying to grow the message, you know, myself, John Lamb, Kelly Stewart, et cetera, you know, Joshua Martinez, they're always encouraging others to pick up their camera. They're always encouraging others to be a voice. We don't always have to agree, but as long as your voice is not supporting fascism and the blue ISIS and the treason, if you support things a little bit differently than I do, but you support people being left alone, we got a lot in common, and we can hash out the rest. But I want us to be a voice, guys, because we have to remember the reason we got here, the reason we got to where there's no freedom anymore in the USA is because why? It's because they beat us with propaganda and marketing, and we fell for it. We fell for the media, the fake news, the entertainment, the government propaganda, the pageantry, the nationalism. And if you think about this, this actually goes back, and it really started taking off after World War II. Not that it was bad then like it was now, but they figured out, oh, if we use the right marketing message. So as a marketer, I study marketing a lot. And I know, like most people on this channel, you don't want to hear marketing talk. I do have another channel. Go to my Facebook, youtube.com/Syme Studios channel. That's my photography, adventure travel. We're growing that channel along all this other cool stuff that's not necessarily politics and activism, but it'll cross over a little bit. It's the adventure travel channel. But on a basic note, let me tell you guys the fundamental foundation of marketing. It's that you show people that it's being done by others and that it's okay to do so. Think about that. See, the police, they're starting to love it that these videos are out there of them abusing people and the loyalists are supporting them. That's exactly what they want, because it shows the world they have a group of loyalists telling the world that the crimes they commit are okay to do as long as you're a member of the club. Being a slave is okay. Everyone's doing it. Being documented, following orders, doing what you're told. All these things are okay, right? Because, well, everyone's doing it now. The truth is, hang on. I'm going to plug in a power cord here. The truth is, guys, that, hey, oh, come on, I can't knock my giraffe off. I told you this was a random live stream, all right? Plugging this in. I'll show you my giraffe since I mentioned it. This is my giraffe, all right? Oop, 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 oop. Okay, that's all. That's all you get. No more giraffe for you guys, all right? Giraffes can be addicting. Yeah, this was like $2.50 in a little Mexican town down here. Okay, I haven't lost my point though. It's all to control you. By making everybody, have you noticed you get attacked when you come against blue ISIS? People say, oh, you hate cops. Oh, you hate freedom. Oh, if you come against abuse of immigrants, right? And people being robbed and molested and deported when they've hurt no one, everybody's like, oh, well, you must hate borders. You must hate America. And it doesn't matter that history, the founding fathers, the rule of law, that none of these things have any basis whatsoever in what the loyalists are saying, because they've learned that if they show you that tyranny is okay and everyone is doing it. Why is my computer off? They've learned that you'll do whatever you're told. It's marketing. All right, so just some thoughts on that element of it. Hang on. For some stupid reason, when the monitor went off, the light got really harsh because it balanced it differently. Brad, thank you. What else? Again, random live stream, all right? Jayalim, yes, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. And those who support Blue ISIS, the abuse of their neighbor, the abuse of the immigrant, those who support the worship of the state, right? They don't follow Jesus. They don't follow the Constitution. They're not patriots. And I say this over and over. And the reason I keep repeating it is because it's important. It's important that we call out the enemies of freedom. I have no idea what's going on, but for some reason, like my computer went off, and as such, my phone charger went off. CC Playa, thank you. Appreciate it. I can't, my phone is not charging. This is outrageous. This is absolutely outrageous. All right, well, we're not gonna go that long anyhow, all right? Thanks, Daves. But heroes usually disappoint. We just all need to step up and love our neighbor. I'm really trying, guys, right here to make sure my phone doesn't go dead because the stupid phone, for some reason, my computer. Did I tell you this was going to be a random video? This is a late night. This is for you late night owls. I have not the faintest idea why the computer went off. Never mind. I just figured it out. Let me show you. Hang on. Unbelievable. This is why they don't pay me the big bucks, all right? The monitor went off because my chair is back here. The monitor went off because down here is my Mac Pro, and the monitor is unplugged. What the heck? Both of my monitors are unplugged. All right? Okay. Now that I shut down the computer and have to wait for it to restart again, the monitor should work. Look at that. There it is. That's my art monitor right there that I can draw on. And then this one here is my other monitor. This little AOC 4K, by the way, I just picked this up. Thanks, Streaming Silence. This is the AOC 4K 27-inch. And I got to tell you guys, it's a pretty phenomenal monitor for a very reasonable price. Let me just say that. Can I say that? I can say that. Hang on. I am totally probably going to delete this stream, guys, later. This is why when I do casual streams, they're a mess. Because when I do serious streams, I try my best to really organize. Okay, I am charging now. Giraffe notwithstanding, all right? What you're looking at there, because I turned my camera around, is my light. That's the umbrella that my light is in, see? All right, I'm back. Sorry. So unprofessional. So unprofessional. All right, any questions before I wrap up? I just wanted to do a little shout outs. Remind you guys to check out the videos I did this week. Please like and share and spread those. If for no other reason, for those of you that just like to chat, you like these casual ones. But the ones that I put a lot of work in are meant to be short and cover a lot of points and narratives in a short time. And I really feel like those are important. So I thank you guys for spreading those. I'm going to give you a tip too. Let me tell you a tip that's going to apply to all of you. The ones that are doing videos, sharing videos, you name it. Sharing YouTube videos on Facebook works terrible. Facebook and YouTube don't get along. Do you remember the days when a YouTube video would show up on Facebook, and when you played that video, it would play in Facebook? Now it shows up as a really clunky looking link that you have to go to YouTube for, okay? What's happening is that YouTube is intentionally trying to prevent traffic from going to YouTube because they want to force people to upload videos to their platform. It's like the video I did this week that I sent out on my newsletter of our first week in Mexico. And if you're not a member of my newsletter, go right now, callmegav.com/newsletter and join the newsletter, all right? Because when I have really important stuff, I don't send a newsletter necessarily out for every single video, so subscribe here and on my other channel and my Facebook and all that. But that is actually where I send out important stuff. And Facebook or YouTube, that's my list. No one controls that list. So if I get shut down all these other places, I can still reach you through my newsletter. So callmegav.com/newsletter. And let me double check that to make sure. Go subscribe over there. And what I've done with like videos this week is I posted it to DTube, which is Steemit, right? On Steemit, which is the crypto-based social network that they can't take down, YouTube and Facebook. Because YouTube and Facebook in particular cannot be trusted. Now, what's happening here, this is what I should be doing right here. Oh, for heaven's sake. What's happening is they keep trying to prevent and having their little tiffs, right? So they don't want you to share your content the way you want it to, right? Moda, thank you. They don't want you to share your content free and open. That's why I have to put it on Facebook. Now, what I'm getting at here, I know I'm rambling because I'm so distracted right now. The computer's wigging out. It's just one of those random streams that's like, this is what happens. It's late here, guys. It's like almost midnight here, all right? What I'm getting at is don't share YouTube videos on Facebook if you don't have to, right? It's not that Facebook's better. Facebook is terrible. They censor all the time, and YouTube is getting worse about that. Historically, over my activism career, I would say YouTube was less intense about censorship, but I think they're increasing in their censorship, okay? Now, what I'm getting at is, though, subscribe to things on YouTube for YouTube, but if you want to share it socially, try to find the same video on Facebook if you can, because a video shared on Facebook spreads far more on Facebook. You know, it kind of stays within the platform, but it's more shareable because it plays within Facebook, whereas YouTube videos do not. It's politics within these companies. All right, this goes to Facebook's EdgeRank and how they rank posts, and you want to engage people on your pages and on your posts on Facebook's. Otherwise, they'll keep ranking you down. They never tell you this, but that's what happens. That's why when you see content you like, you want to like it. YouTube, this applies to YouTube too. Score, thank you. And yes, we have been cleaning up the trolls, getting a good group of people in here that's awake, and we like that. So you got YouTube, you got Facebook, and all these problems, right? Like and interact with things because it will spread the true content and the message. See, this is what they're doing. The opposition, the loyalists, they've got the government. They've got endless time and money because they're stealing it from you. They got endless fake accounts, right? And they can generate social proof, all right? So when we say we do a video and a lot of people share it and like it, and the sooner you do that, particularly on Facebook, the sooner you do that, the better. If you see something that's posted recently and you really like it, like leave a comment, even if you just say cool, right? Use the mediums that are out there. This whole thing of like, I don't like Facebook because they're bad and I deleted my account. Like, turning off your voice is not a solution. It's not a solution to the problem, you guys. Facebook is a private company. They don't have to honor your First Amendment right, which is not actually granted by the First Amendment, as we know if we watch this channel, okay? They don't. Now, we have the right to leave, and absolutely, when something better comes along, we should go there, and hopefully Facebook will fade away. You know, I mean, like, remember MySpace? Anyone remember MySpace? But we have to use the mediums. We can say like TV is evil or radio is evil, but we're not going to use it. And all we do is hand the message over to the enemy because everyone, all your friends and family are on Facebook. I don't have to support Facebook policies, but everyone's there. And if I want a message to get out, I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to go to YouTube. But I'm also going to pursue other options because I know that they're not reliable. Things like Steemit, DTube, okay? I post stuff on here, and DTube is super buggy. It's not the greatest video sharing site, but it's open. It's decentralized. It's crypto-based, and you can actually generate revenue in the Steemit dollars by getting people to interact. Now, Steemit's new. There's not a lot of us on there, but I have like 300 followers on there, and you guys can get over there. You can follow me, steemit.com/GavinSime. The process to sign up, it has to be manually approved. It's kind of an elite group right now, but it's not that they're trying to be elite. It's just that it's small and it's growing. But Steemit has so much potential, and people are looking at it because it's self-monetizing. The values in Steemit, that you can actually convert to dollars and buy things with. It's a cryptocurrency similar to Bitcoin, right? When you get likes and you cultivate content and you like and you comment and you share, you actually generate Steemit dollars, which can A, either increase your credibility, or B, you can exchange them for real money, depending on the value of that Steemit dollar, which is, I think, worth $4 or $5 US right now. James, I don't know, I got on Steemit a few months ago, you guys. Sign up for Steemit. In my experience, after a little while, for me, it was only a few days, they will approve you and you'll get in. Here's the thing with Steemit. Steemit is a crypto wallet, like a bank. Think of it like you're a Bitcoin wallet, right? Or a Litecoin wallet. So if you lose your password to your Steemit account, your crypto keys, and you should have a good password management system so you don't just have a notepad that the government can read. Like, you should have an encrypted little password vault on your Dropbox and an encrypted file that nobody can get into but you, right? If you lose your Steemit password, you can never, ever get in again. It's like a bank vault that you've lost the combination to. It's a very interesting platform, and it has a lot of area for improvement and growth, especially on DTube. I don't post all my videos to DTube because the uploading system is kind of bad and it's buggy. But important videos I try to upload to all three places: YouTube, Facebook, and Steemit, like I did with the video this week. And then I send out a newsletter and I say, hey, check out the new video. It's on all these platforms. Take your pick. But use the platform or all of them that will best do it. All right? So get the message out. Be bold with it. Another thing with the message is you got to stop being afraid to offend your friends and family. You got to stop being afraid to shame people who support the abuse of their fellow man, like Blue ISIS, who support and worship the state. The church in the USA, virtually all of it, does not worship Jesus. They worship the state. They worship things. They worship their position and their power. They're not the church. And you guys can believe whatever you want, right? But I'm just saying, regardless of your beliefs, what the foundation is to love your neighbor as yourself, all right? And we're not loving our neighbor as ourselves like we should, especially not in the USA. The Patriot movement is the most hateful, fascist, anti-constitutional. I mean, it's unreal. These are people that are waving constitutions and trampling them at the same time, all right? And yeah, people freak out. I just did a stream here. I just went over after that, and I did one on Facebook. And the Facebook crowd, it gets out. I'll do a stream talking against Blue ISIS and just saying, hey, these guys are terrorists. Look, it's important. We're using this same message if we repeat it often to show people that it's okay to do it. When I go do a stream and I'm like, look, Blue ISIS are terrorists, guys. We have to shame them. We should be shaming them in the grocery store. We shouldn't be violent, but we should love them enough to tell them the truth. They should be ashamed to walk in public in those Blue ISIS terrorist uniforms that they wear. And people get angry and they say, oh, you're a cop hater, you're terrible. I'm like, no, I'm saying that when you walk around proclaiming I am a criminal and I do it for a living, you should not be honored for that. This is common sense for people that don't have mental illnesses and worship the state, all right? So you see what I just did there? I'm not arguing it. I'm not debating it with you, with them, with him. I'm saying this is the fact. The Constitution says, shall not. The Constitution says, these are your rights. You already have them, right? But the Constitution affirms them. Common sense says, God's law says, natural law says. I don't just sit and go around in circles with people. Because you can make 10 comments to one person arguing in a dead-end argument where you're trying to prove each other wrong. Or you can go to 10 different posts and you can say, I don't support the police. They're terrorists. And those who support them are supporting crimes against humanity. Now think about this. Think about what I just said. Instead of going around in circles, because it actually makes your argument way more powerful when you make a clean, concise point and then just walk away. It drives the opposition who has no argument absolutely crazy because they want to go down rabbit holes with you and distract you and waste your time. That's the job of the loyalist. When you refuse to go down the rabbit hole, that's why usually on most discussions, like on my page, if I say something, I'll make one comment with my point and I move on. And I really want you guys to spread and think about this, okay? If you say, resist blue ISIS, those who support them are against freedom. You don't have to say it like that, right? But you can put it in your own way. You assert yourself and stand up against the crimes against humanity, from the border to the unborn, to the aged, to the police, to the government, to everything. You say it and you move on. And they're going to rail on you and call you names, and you're going to want to react, and it's really hard not to respond and say you're an idiot, but you don't need to. Because if you have wisdom and courage and you think through your words and what's coming out of your mouth, and you say the truth, there's no point in casting your pearls before swine. In the time that you spend trying to argue with a person who never intends to change their mind, you could have commented on 20 other threads across Facebook, asserted your point to 20 different groups of people and families and individuals, increased the noise of the truth, and still had time to go sit down with your wife and relax. Now, which is more practical? Which is better marketing? And that's really what we're talking about here. We're talking about tactics of messaging and marketing and getting the message out. And I know this isn't exciting for most people, but do you want the truth out there? You guys can be a voice. I'm going to tell you a little secret. It's not really a secret, but it hasn't been mentioned in probably years. Years ago on this very channel, this channel used to just be my YouTube channel. I would upload videos of my kids. It was, I'd put photography stuff on there. That started to change around 2011 when I posted my first encounters with these illegal and unconstitutional checkpoints, and it started to get attention and subscribers, okay? But I had thought at the time, maybe I should start a blog or a channel talking about politics and the Constitution. And then I was like, no, I don't want to waste my time. There's already a ton of that stuff out of there, and nobody's ever going to listen. There's just too much noise out there, and nobody's going to care about hearing what I have to say. All right? That's what I thought. I mean, I'm like, I got a business to run. And don't get me wrong, this channel and activism, it's taken a great deal away from my life, my age, my stress, and my business. It's been a great burden. So the choice I made to say, you know what? Yeah, I am going to run for Congress. I am going to start doing activism. I am going to combine those two. I am going to make a noise. But when I initially started that, when I initially took a Facebook page and said, I guess maybe I'll make this my commentary page about political things, right? When I started I never expected anybody to follow. I'm like, I'm kind of wasting my time. I'll never get a following in this. I already had a successful business. I was a speaker, and I still am in the photography world, but I had a growing career there, right? I didn't need a new problem. But the truth needed to get out. What I'm getting at is, those of you that are watching this right now and you're thinking, I can't be a voice, other people are going to have to be a voice, I can't pick up my camera, I would never get a following. You can be a voice. And the reason most people on YouTube have no engagement, or Facebook or whatever, is because they're not really creating unique original content that challenges people. They're just regurgitating their faction, Republican, Democrat, fake triad, whatever, right? You notice how I dropped that word fake triad and blue ISIS a lot? These things are important. When this is done, go to Facebook and click the blue ISIS hashtag. Go to YouTube and click the blue ISIS hashtag. The blue ISIS hashtag undermines. See, we're using these messages. We say, no, we can't do it. I can do it. Yes, you can. The blue ISIS hashtag it connects the police with what people claim are the fear of the United States that we need the police to terrorize us for. And it tells people in one word, one phrase, one sentence, one hashtag, the police are the terrorists. It says, I don't support the police. The police are the enemy. But it doesn't say I hate the police. It just says they're the enemy. Because I don't hate the police. I want them to change. Jose, thank you. All right? Go click that tag. Some of you may remember, I don't know, it's probably been 5-6 months, the first time that I used blue ISIS on this very channel. Some of you may have been here. It was probably on one of my live streams. And when I first started using it, and this is what I'm getting at with you have to be willing to go full throttle. If you're gonna do something, if you're gonna make content, do it right. It doesn't have to be beautiful production. It doesn't have to be the most amazing and have the best music or anything like that, but it needs to be strong, not just propaganda, regurgitation. It needs to be short, sweet, and powerful. It needs to have a message, open, middle, close. These are the techniques of communication, no matter what field you're in. Okay, if you go to a Toastmasters speaking club, which I do recommend, by the way, you'll learn that. Open, middle, close, open, middle, close. Even though this video is long and draggy and has some random stuff in it, if you went back, you would see an open, middle, close. You see a plot point 1, 2, 3 in every movie you watch, and you don't even realize it's happening. Okay? It is. If you go to screenwriting workshops, and I have, they'll be talking about the plot points, and it's the hook. It's the plot point. There's 3 plot points in every story. Every movie you go to the theater for, plot point 1, 2, and 3. It's how they're constructed. It's how a story, a narrative, a message, a marketing message is built. It's the same if I'm making a photo, a live stream, a marketing video, whatever I'm doing. It's the same, okay? Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. You know, if you go to here, this is the latest software product that I developed, all right? And it's a product for photographers, okay? And this product right here, it's backwards because the camera's reversed, so that's gonna be a little annoying. This product right here, let me just go to it here. It has an open, middle, close. There's a narrative even in the marketing video because there's a message, and this is short. In the shortest videos, short videos really have power. People share them, right? Babies giggling for 10 seconds get millions of views. Why? Well, because they have a message, all right? Let me just show you a snippet of how I make a marketing video. We do more than a lot YouTube live streams. I'm just gonna flip this really quick, all right? And I know we're doing a lot of random stuff, but for those of you that actually want to be involved in the message, this is stuff you need to check out.
Have you ever been doing black and white images and you're like, I am up against a wall here, people. We need some tone going on. One of the things for me as a photographer is getting myself and others to interact with the tones, to look at the blacks, to look at the white, to think about how the masters use that entire tonal range. But first,
Queen Gigantica. That's not a sandwich, that's a mountain of meat.
black and white is a medium for those who want to become intimate with life.
Okay, there's our open, right? We just opened. We're 30 seconds in. We've showed a whole bunch of visuals. You guys, it's gonna be hard to hear on this, but if this is my business page, simefx.com/silver is this product, okay? So if you wanna see how I'm applying this very same things I'm talking about here to marketing, you can go check that out if you want, if you're interested at all. Or if you do photography, check it out because it's actually a pretty amazing product. It's doing well for us, okay? But all of these messaging techniques, you can use the techniques of marketing and messaging for the truth, or you can do like our government and police and loyalists and patriots and parties and use them for propaganda and lies. That's mostly what they're used for because the people using them for that are professionals with oftentimes unlimited resources, and they use those messages to beat you down and shame you so that you don't do the same, all right? When I first started using the Blue ISIS hashtag, I was ostracized and attacked. A year before that, I started openly, like completely coming out. I had spent a year on the road looking for a good cop and I couldn't find one. I had a $500 reward for any constitutional oath-keeping cop in the entire country. I couldn't find one. So I had been opposing police corruption for a long time and saying we need good constitutional sheriffs, which we do. But then I came out fully and said we don't have them. They don't exist. All the cops are bad because they're all working for a criminal terrorist cartel. That was another level of ostracization, right? I've gone through all these phases, and those of you that have been with me for a long time, you see like, I'll go through a phase where I'll have a video or an incident and suddenly I'm popular among a certain group of people, but then I don't peddle their propaganda, and so now they hate me and they're all bad-mouthing me and saying that I'm a criminal or I'm stealing money, or they just make stuff up. I mean, the things that the patriots in the USA, because I didn't support the faction during like the Ammon Bundy trials and stuff. I supported the justice and the freedom for the innocent prisoners. And I also supported the natives and the blacks. And people like me and Kelly Stewart were just ostracized, right? And they literally were making up things like, we raised $50,000 and we stole it for ourselves and we bought new toys and went on vacations and all the stuff we own is from grifting off the community, and they would post memes and photos of our children. And I mean, there's a video, it might have been finally removed from YouTube, but there's a video out there of me that the trolls made. There's channels dedicated to mocking me, right? And people that are saying we're patriots and we love the Constitution, that are sharing this stuff and joining in that mockery because they hate me. There's channels that post things like taking the rape scene from Deliverance and putting my head on it so they can sit there and mock it. I mean, this is the heart of what we've come to and how divided our faction is, because really who's behind it are the enemies of freedom who want you to live as slaves. So what I'm getting at here, remember I'm talking about open, middle, close? I opened with a bunch of random stuff. We talked about marketing, and I just want to close with you guys becoming a voice. Most of you already have friends on Facebook, right? You have parents, you have family dinners. I was talking to somebody recently, and they have a family member that's a cop, right? And they've been trying to deal with them and talk to him about it, and they're like, I am so sick of it. I'm done. I'm done pretending that they're the good guy, and I won't even do it to their face. And so he's talking about his cop family member, and they're over, and this person, this woman was just calling him out right there and saying, so like, what are you just gonna keep terrorizing people and putting them in jail? They were shaming this cop at the dinner table in their house. That is loving your neighbor. There's something that people don't understand when me, and I think a lot of you guys, are speaking out against the police. I'm not a hateful person. I'm not a person who wants blood and death and destruction. I want the due process for these terrorists that they've denied to us. And when you see that, when you think that way, you can't have the mindset of we have to get vengeance, because you will always lose. You can have the mindset of resisting and stopping the enemy. But once the enemy is down, you cannot be the person who's kicking them in the head. You have to be the person who's stopping the lynch mob. You see, as much as I want to stop the police, I'm also going to be the first guy in line to stop anyone out there from lynching them from the nearest lamppost. Because if we become them, then we become the terrorists. We become Blue ISIS. You understand? I think a lot of you understand this, but sometimes I see anger and vengeance, and we can't do that. These cops have been brainwashed to be terrorists. And the society and the community and our families and our schools and our churches are supporting these psychos, these mentally ill murderers. We have to call it out. We have to shame them. We have to call out our families when they support them. I'm talking about mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers. When you be that voice, you turn the world upside down. I have seen in the past 5 years a number of people that I could count on my fingers turn the world upside down, and it's not fixed yet. It probably never will be, but maybe, God help us, we can make a little progress by standing up and loving our neighbor. But I have seen the world turned upside down by the words of one person. Never let someone tell you that your words don't have power. Because this camera right here, this is far more powerful than my guns. It's far more powerful than your guns. Sure, I believe in gun rights. But have you ever noticed that the so-called Second Amendment supporters, even though there really is no Second Amendment in the USA, you really have no gun rights left in the USA, they always want to violate the First Amendment for people they hate? You notice that? So, never be that lynch mob. And get that message out. Stop being afraid to offend your friends. That's what I'm getting at here. And when the day that you say, I'm no longer going to be afraid to offend people, I'm going to be honorable, I'm going to answer to my conscience, I'm not going to hurt my fellow man, okay? But the day you do that, the day you step up, start speaking out, that's the day your voice gains traction. That's the day people start listening. And when you do that, it feels like, hey, Liberty Grows, it feels like you're getting hated more, because you are, because your message is having power. Okay? If you're not catching the hate, thanks again, White Mage. If you're not catching the hate, it's because you're not saying what matters. Because if you're saying what matters to the enemies of the truth, they will attack you. You know that old saying, how does it go? Like, if you're catching flack, you know you're over the target. All right, guys, just some thoughts, all right? Your own family will probably ostracize you the most. But you know what? I'm no longer afraid to call out. If your family's supporting the deportation of immigrants who have harmed no one, the demand that people be molested and detained and documented and imprisoned for plants or for not obeying officers, if you're supporting the justice system, the enforcement, the courts, the blue ISIS, you should be called out. It's shameful. It's embarrassing to freedom. The person who's supporting the police, people should say, like, you're an embarrassment to our family. The person who's a cop, the family should say, like, you're a criminal. It's the same as if you were like a burglar or like a hitman for a living, right? It's a crime. It's not, you're not protecting people. You're enforcing treason. It's time to start shaming the enemies of freedom, all right? If you got people in your family who are these patriots, these socialists who say, we should throw out all immigrants because the free stuff should be for me and my people. This concept of an illegal immigrant is non-existent in the Constitution and in history. It's not existent, guys. It's not there. It's propaganda of the political elite to keep you divided over either through literal or figurative walls so that you hate your neighbor, so that you'll go to war with the world, so that you'll tolerate fake security. When this nation was founded, and actually for the first 100 years, you didn't even have to put your signature to immigrate. You literally walked in, got a house, and went to work. Okay? This is all made up crap. All the so-called patriotic immigration, flag waving, blue ISIS supporting, Trump supporting, Obama supporting, I don't care what faction or party it's from. It's all a scam. Every single patriot, quote, I call them patriots most of the time. Some of them are just blind because they haven't opened their eyes yet. And if you're one of those, you need to change. If you're supporting deporting people is one of the biggest violations of due process, the Constitution, and every precept of freedom, deporting people because they don't have papers? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you mentally insane? Someone should be kidnapped off the street at the point of a gun, taken from their family, taken from their job, lose everything they have, and be thrown penniless across the border because they don't have a piece of paper? This is a used Kleenex. And that's what the words of people like that are. Throw them in the trash and stop falling for it. Here, let me ban some of these trolls that are hating on freedom here. All right? So there's an overarching message here, guys. There's an overarching message. And that message is, despite all of these different things we're working on and the topics we're discussing, the eye needs to be on the ball, okay? Hey, R. The eye needs to be on the ball. We need to keep getting distracted. We need to quit getting distracted by quit getting distracted. Quit getting distracted by the faction. Quit getting distracted by the party, by the guy. Rest assured, if your news media and your government are saying that over there is the terrorist, then they're having you look in the wrong way. Okay? Guess what? It's not ISIS that kills 1,200 people a year in the USA. It's blue ISIS. That's what's happening. Don't get distracted by, file magic papers, right? Say this in court. You know, the sovereign citizen guys, and I feel for them because a lot of them, you know, the people that are filing papers and liens, guys like Bruce Doucette, the tactics don't work. You don't go into a court of treason and file magic papers and they suddenly say, oh, you're right, we'll relent and give you justice. That's not how it works. You don't play ball in their court and win. That's why I said, not a chance. I'm leaving. I won't even show up in your court to discuss whether I should be forced to unlock my phone for you. I'm leaving the USA. Literally, that's what it came down to, is a court was trying to force me to unlock my phone so they could root around for evidence, keyword plant evidence, on my phone. And it wasn't happening because they couldn't crack my phone because it has a password. All right? And so all these tactics, there's some people that have good intentions, but they're saying you need to do this or file this paperwork or file in. Guys, people are literally, like Bruce just said, and this is terrible, people are literally getting life in prison. This year it's happening. People are getting life in prison for filing papers that the court doesn't like. Are you hearing that? Do you understand that? All right? Thanks, James. Be safe. Life, look up Bruce Doucette, guys. For filing papers, right? And maybe the tactics were wrong. He's like, okay, I want to get redress in the court, so we're going to do this. We're going to have a grand jury. We're going to file liens against the judges. But you know what? The terrorists are those judges. And we have people in the patriot community, okay? There's people out there like the head of the Constitutional Sheriff's Association, right? Saying they're constitutionalists, that are helping the courts put these people in jail for life over filing papers because they say, well, that's just not what the patriot movement's about. Guys, it's insane. Yeah, what about Jeff Winehouse? If you guys don't know about Jeff Winehouse, go search him on my channel. There's lots of videos, including the incredible wristwatch cam from when police tried to murder him, put 2 in his head and 2 in his chest. And miraculously, he survived, so they charged him with attempted murder, and he got 30 years in prison where he is today. We're trying to get him out. But it's so hard to get any support. I mean, these guys in prison, they go to prison, and most of you guys just straight up forget about them. All right? Miss Dury, thank you. Most of us just ignore them. I get calls from prisoners all the time, and a lot of other people do too, but when was the last time you sent a prisoner money? When was the last time you shared their page or supported them in some way, all right? And if you're doing that, bravo. But if you're not, guys, the concentration camps are filled with innocent people, and you're still out. Have you noticed that even though I left the USA, people say, oh, Gavin left, he ran, he's hiding. My voice is as powerful as ever. I just got out of reach of the terrorist, insane, blue ISIS psychopaths and all the loyalists in my town that support them. Think about it. Think about what we've done to our country. Think about what we've done to freedom. We don't have freedom anymore. The USA is a fascist regime. And I'm telling you guys, I've been in Mexico for what now, 4 months? And there's problems and there's restrictions, but they have vastly more freedom. And the patriots love to come at me and say, oh, try getting a gun in Mexico. You'll go straight to prison. That's BS. There is, and don't get me wrong, there's dumb laws in Mexico, okay? Yeah, Lavoy Finicum. They murdered Lavoy Finicum. Have you seen that video? But you go down here, and yeah, there's gun restrictions here, and they're stupid. Although people are also a lot less insane, too. So even though, like, yes, the guns are restricted, but there's actually way more freedom overall. And the fact is, like, you literally will have people tell you, well, yeah, if you really want a gun, I know a guy, right? Or if you want a gun, go talk to a cop. He'll sell you one. The difference is this. It's not that we should tolerate guns being illegal. The people in Mexico need to take back their gun rights, okay? And they can get guns. They can even get guns legally, but they got to get permits. And that's intolerable. That shouldn't be allowed. But in realidad, las personas en Estado de México y cerca aquí, en realidad, is muy más libertad por las personas en Mexico. All right? Are you hearing me? They have way more freedom here. And guess what? The prisons are not even close to as full because they don't have for-profit prisons. The prison population is like a quarter per capita, guys. The prisons, people say in the USA, oh, we have gun rights and everybody else sucks, right? You don't have gun rights in the USA. If you even look at a cop wrong while carrying a gun, you will be killed or spend the next 10 years or more in prison if they want to put you away. That's why when I'm doing activism in the USA, unless I was doing gun rights activism, which I did do as well, I mean, you know, people like to say, oh, Gavin's just a hack, right? He just supports leftist stuff. I hosted the largest felony civil disobedience rally in American history during the I Will Not Comply rally. Okay? I support our gun rights. But you can't say I'm a patriot because you support gun rights while you support the police and the abuse of the immigrant, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Ren, mi español es muy pobre. Para mi español is improving muy rápido in Mexico. So the thing is, we got to get our head on straight. We got to stop falling for the propaganda. All right? Take care, guys. Good night. I need to go too. It's getting late. We have to be strong in our voice. Start speaking out. And it's interesting because people they're running out of things to say about how terrible Mexico is because I'm proving how much more freedom they have. So now what the fake church are doing is they're coming to my page and they're like, try owning a gun there. And I'm like, you guys have no idea what it's like. Yes, there's dumb gun restrictions, but there's far more people imprisoned for possessing guns in the USA than in Mexico. All right? It's not even close. The prison population per capita in the USA is like 4 times that of Mexico. It's not even close. All right? Thanks, Ren. So I'm going to go for now. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the super chat support. You guys sent $35 in this super chat, which is really cool. I appreciate that. That's like 70 tacos. If you were all here, how many? There's 164 of you in here. So we could each have a half a taco, basically. If you were all here right now, we could walk down the street around the corner because the taco stands are open late, all right? The tacos are increíble. It's muy increíble. You can't have tacos like they have here are illegal in the USA because America, all right? With the $35 that you guys pitched in the live stream tonight, we could all have a half a taco. And then you could use your own pesos to buy an extra. And we could have a Coca-Cola made with real sugar or a beer, right? We could all go out right now, walk around the corner 5 minutes from here, and have a midnight taco snack and a beer for $2. How's that sound? What I'm getting at here as we close is increase your voice. Increase your voice. Shafted, if you want a whole, not a half, then get the super chat up to $70, all right? Because right now I'm at $35. With my $35, I can't buy you all a whole taco. So either we have to bring more cash or we have to share, all right? Hey, cat guy. What I'm getting at, the long and the short of this very long chit-chatty live stream, which is what I intended when we started, but I may make this one at least non-public. I probably won't delete this, but maybe I'll make it non-public because it's very random tonight. And I don't like my channel being cluttered up, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Did we talk about anything worthwhile here tonight? So what I'm getting at is use your voice, okay? Wow, we're up to, what? Wait, who donated the other money? Did I miss something? We just went to like $62, but I don't see where it came from. Was it hidden? Joe, Zach, people are donating taco money. Guys, I really can't afford, I really can't eat this many tacos myself. Even my family can't eat this many tacos, but I thank you for the taco money. I can say that your super chat donations and the support on the YouTube channel, it helps us make better videos. It helps us do more content. It helps us, hey babe. What's up? It helps us get, hello. It helps us get, keep things moving here, right? I mean, my business over at SimonFX.com and my photography and stuff is what actually feeds my family. But I really appreciate your guys' support, okay? What I'm getting at here is build your voice, open your eyes, look around, and I want to encourage all of you. A vacation to Mexico this summer is probably one of the cheapest vacations you can take. And I don't mean like necessarily go to Cabo, right? I mean, the resort places are nice, yes, but if you do go to one of those destinations, get out of the resort too and just go down on the streets and visit and see real Mexico and make streams like I do and show people. It's time to obliterate the propaganda. They have to spend billions of dollars to feed us the propaganda, you guys. Okay? They have to spend billions of dollars to feed us the propaganda. We can oppose it for pennies because our voice is actually way more powerful than theirs is. on the organic level. It's just that they're dumping tons of money, which means we need more of it. Rob. So, guys, do it, right? Get your passport, because when it comes time to escape the USA, it'll make your life a lot easier, even though it's completely stupid. Drive if you can. Drive out and look at the infrastructure. If you go out in Sonora, down below Phoenix, right? Look at the exit infrastructure they're setting up at the border to keep you from leaving, and make videos of that and send me videos. Okay? See what they're doing. Talk about it. Come down here and visit with the people. You know, come to Querétaro State. It's a very peaceful state. Go to San Luis Potosi State over in the jungle. Absolutely gorgeous. There's so many beautiful places. So many beautiful places, all right? So, listen, guys, we've got a message to get out, and I need your help. Sure, I love it when you guys share and support the channel and subscribe and like and all that stuff on all the different platforms, but I want you guys to be a voice, all right? We need that. We need that for our kids and our children and our families, okay? We need that. Honey, put your clothes back on. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's late. It's late, like, guys. It's like, so, all right. But, wow. I mean, we got enough in the super chat. I think, to buy basically 140 tacos, which is pretty much tacos. And I'm sure at that rate, we could get a discount if we went to the taco stand. So I think at this point, guys, beam on down. I'm still waiting for my Starship. Nobody's donated me a Starship yet. And if I did, we'd be beaming people all over the place. I'd just be like, hey, you guys enter this code in your phone and I'll beam you all down to the taco stand and we'll have a taco, right? It'd be cool. So, it's good. If you guys want more videos from the street, I'll do more videos from the street. I don't like to be too redundant, but I've noticed we got quite a few of you, even at this late hour, we got quite a few of you in this live stream just chit-chatting and talking shop, talking about freedom and liberty and justice. You know, people will say, what about the cops in Mako? I do have another video to show you guys. I'm not going to show it tonight. I'll try to do a stream soon. I do have another video of a cop in Mako. I have a video of a cop who was trying to get a bribe from me. And I'm just like, no, I don't speak English, bro. And he was like irritated with me. He was insisting that I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish, bro. He was insisting that I spoke Spanish and irritated with me. And he was hoping for $20 is what he was hoping for, but I had done nothing wrong. And I'm like, that ain't happening. And so like, he went around for me a little bit and I'm just like, and he just left. But even when the cops are being corrupt, they're so much nicer. I feel so much safer. Like, it's like, yes, they might be corrupt and trying to get money out of you, but they're not holding a gun to your head for it. They're not psychopaths who are going to drag you out of your car and beat you. And if they tried to get aggressive and you drove away and just said, I'm out of here, no one would fault you. They would be like, yeah, that was the right thing to do. You wouldn't be called like a felony eluder because I've seen people, like my first few days in the country, I saw cops pull over a guy. He waited for like a minute and then he just ran away. And they were all running. Look at the video I posted this week. There's a scene of the guy running from the cops and they're all running back to their pickup trucks like the Keystone Cops. And we turned to the waiter and we're like, is that normal here? And he's like, yeah, everything looked normal to me. So everything's not a felony. Everything's not a crime that you go to prison for. And that's important. And I try to explain that to locals down here and to you guys in this message, right? I try to explain that, yes, there's corruption here, and there's corruption in the police and the government, and there's problems, but you need to understand how huge of a difference it is that your cops aren't molesting and murdering you on the side of the road. Yes, sometimes they say, give me 500 pesos, which is about $25 or whatever, right? Sometimes they want a bribe. In reality, I think if you know your rights most of the time, I've never given a bribe since I've been here, you know? And I've had numerous interactions with cops in Mako. I've posted numerous videos, and you can tell from the demeanor. Watch the video of me at the DUI checkpoint here in Mako. It's not even in the same world as when you're at a DUI checkpoint. I mean, I basically told the guy, like, you shouldn't be doing this, and left after we discussed it a little bit. We were both nice, and I went on my way, all right? Thanks, man. So all the same message here, right? Even though we're rambling a little tonight, it's all the same message. We need to wake up. We need to get focused. We need to start repeating this stuff. We need to understand what freedom looks like. And if we do that and teach that to others, we can increase freedom for everyone. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I don't know how much Super Chat donations it would take to buy a Starship because I don't know anyone selling one right now, but there is a black market in Mexico City that's like a global black market. I'm not saying you should go there. I mean, there's some pretty shady deals that go down there. It's just interesting how much more, like when I say they have free markets down here, I mean, there's literally a globally known black market on the outskirts of Mexico City where you can get a lot of stuff, okay? But I prefer to go to the more regular markets. That's okay. There's plenty of stuff at the regular markets and plenty of free economy. But as far as I know, even at the black market in Mexico City, there's not a Starship. If I find a Starship that allows us to beam you guys up and beam people out of prisons and to safe places, we'll do a GoFundMe or something, all right? Because we need that. That'll be really useful. Guys, I'm going to go. It's late. We're tired. It's crazy. If you have a Starship, let me know. I need at least sublight speed. I need at least the capacity for 50 or 60 people. And I definitely need a transporter that can go through prison walls and stuff. As soon as we get that, there's going to be some serious stuff going on. It's going to be wild.
You're tired. You're talking about Starships.
The truth is, I talk about Starships quite a bit around here because I actually kind of fantasize, like, if I had beaming technology, I could help so many people. All right, I'm not even going to say exactly what I would do with it, but I think you can do the math at what Gavin will be doing with the Starship. Think it over. And if any of you have some technology that we don't know about, all right, sometimes I look to God and I'm like, God, I know you're not about the money and the things, but would it kill you to send me a Starship? Because God is all powerful. And if anyone can find a Starship, it's Dios. Just saying. Okay. I'm amazed there's like 161 of you in here at 12:30 at night. So I guess none of you can sleep either. I really need to get to bed at a reasonable hour. I keep working all the time because I'm trying to get a video out, but I also have to keep the business going. And I've been getting to sleep at like 3 a.m. all the time lately. Just trying to get, since I left the USA, I left most of my stuff behind, right? And so I'm trying to get all this stuff sorted, right? Things like internet and routers set up and networking and I've got 12 terabyte hard drives to manage all the media. I mean, I just had to grab everything and go. We left the country. I was out in like 48 hours, okay? It was fast. Go watch the video I posted this week about my first week in Mexico. And pretty much all my possessions left at home are going to have to be sold by someone. I'm working on sorting all that out, and yeah. I mean, theoretically, there is stuff that eventually I'll probably have shipped down wherever I end up, right? But a lot of stuff's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It did give us new perspective of things are not what matter, right? I did get to bring I've got to bring my business tools with me, my cameras. We got to bring the Truth Van, which was great. Like, I just finished that van. But the time is coming when you're not going to be able to escape the USA with your vehicles. You're going to be lucky to escape with the shirt on your back. Know when to get out, guys. Know when to get out. Thanks, Liberty Gross. Hope you guys spread the word on that video and yeah, get that out. So anyways, don't mind the trolls. Keep speaking. Keep loving your neighbor. And Star Trek is better than Star Wars. All right? And if you find the Starship, I'm getting tired. You guys have a good night. Take care. Just saying. Just saying.
You're having way too much fun over there.
Hi.
Hi. What's up?